Hello once again, my dear viewers. I know I was kind of late in getting this one out, but I'm a busy person and these reviews kind of take a long time to do, but it's Saturday night right now and I don't have anything to do, so I figured might as well do some figure reviews. I am a lonely person. Anyway, here is the Black Rock Shooter Figma that I previewed in my last review. This is my fourth Figma, actually. This one is based off of Black Rock Shooter, the game, which will be coming out in Japan if it's not already out sometime in the coming season. What I liked about this Figma is that it was a different take on the Black Rock Shooter character. Her suit is altered, and she has these sort of wings in the back. I don't really know if they're plane wings or robot wings or whatever, but I thought they looked really awesome, and displaying her with her wings like that seemed really cool to me. I have issues with this figure though. The main one being this big guy here. It's her Black Rock Cannon, I believe it's called. I don't really recall the exact name. I have yet to watch the Black Rock Shooter OAV, which is still in my hard drive, but let's not get into that. It's not that heavy, but it comes with a support that, for the love of me, I cannot find right now. I looked for it, I can't find it. You see her hands attached to it, haha. But displaying this bad boy is really complicated. Figmas don't take up a lot of space because they're pretty small. But this one though, with her gun, she takes up a lot more shelf space because she kind of sits over there, and if you want to place her gun properly, it sits over there or so. By the end of this review, I'll show you how I chose to display her with the gun, which I found a clever way to do it. Well, clever. So here's what she comes from, what she comes with. She comes with an alternate angry face. She comes with an alternate set of bangs, like most Black Rock Shooter figures. Oops. You can display her with her flame over her eye. Oops. She comes with a sword right here. And a various, won't show them all to you because she's got a few. A various set of hands. So she's a pretty serious character most of the time, so that's why I'm glad she has an alternate face that shows a little bit more expression from the character. I really like her suit. I mean, Black Rock Shooter is a pretty simple looking character, but the monochrome of her suit is something that really speaks to me. I don't know, for some strange reason, she kind of has some sort of electronic, I don't know, devices on her stomach here. If you can see, they're in gray. Really don't know what that's all about. But anyway, she has her traditional black hoodie, well, hooded coat. But really, I said it before in my preview, I'll say it again this time, what sold me on this figure are her shoes. They look awesome. They really, it's kind of hard to show you, but they're really also very well jointed. You can move them front, you can move them back, you can totally pose her however you want. She's really, one thing though, I know I like black and white, but that's a lot of black and white on her. If the wings would have been maybe not like this, they're not glossy, they're matte. If there had been a different, I'd say, material, well, her coat is glossy, sure, but the wings don't really stand out from the rest. They take up a lot of space, and unless you probably, if you look at her really quickly, you probably don't even realize that they're wings. Feature, interesting, her hair. Black Rock Shooter has dark black, even bluish hair. Her highlights are always well done from the figures that I've seen of her anyway. This is my second Black Rock Shooter figure. I have another one, but the hair is always represented the same way. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna display her differently with her face, different bangs, and I'll get back to you right away. Okay, so this is how she looks. Kind of hard to see because Figmas are so teeny tiny, but this is what she looks like with her alternate face. While I was getting her ready to display for you guys, I forgot to mention that before, but she even has point of articulation. She even has joints on her hair, so you can display it flapping in the wind in a very dramatic pose. And what I always liked about Black Rock Shooter's design is that she has twin tails, pigtails, but one is a little more voluminous than the other. So I always thought that was an interesting little feature. This is what she looks like with her flaming eye. Again, really can't see it that well. Sorry, this is an iPod camera. It's the best that I can do. But yeah, pretty satisfied with this figure overall. Kind of said it before. It would have been nice if the wings were a different material. Maybe if they had been, I don't know, glossy or even metal, like with a metallic coat of paint. That would have been awesome. But you can see her. Be careful though when you have Figmas, guys, because this is my fourth one, like I've mentioned before. But my Miku Hatsune one, this right here, this support broke. Oops, kind of hidden by her hair. Right here, the one that goes into her back, this little pin broke when I was cleaning. So now my Miku is forever stuck to her support. I do the best that I can, but I glued it. It was either that or I would have had to buy a new one. So I'm just going to show you guys before I end this review really quick how I decided to display her, how I figured how to display her with her gun without using the support. There's a preview of that. If you buy this figure, there's a way to do that that is shown on the back of the packaging, but I figured out a new way that makes her look really, really badass. So I'll get back to you right after this. Alright, so this is how I display her most of the time. Well, so far I've had her for about a month or so, and this is how she's always displayed on my desk. If you try to pose the cannon, you let it sit on her hair like this, it stays pretty fine unless you give her a good jolt or you rock her really hard, but it stays in place just fine, and I think it makes her look really badass with her two weapons like this. So that's about all there is to say. This is a really nice little Figma. Figmas go generally for about $50, maybe a little more depending on the accessories you have. But they're really fun. I mean, I have a lot of fun posing her, and what's really cool about this one is since she has wings, you can actually pose her off her base like she's flying in the air, and that's really fun to do. So if you want to treat yourself to a little figure, if you like the character of Black Rock Shooter, or if you like Figmas in general, I would definitely recommend this one. She comes with cool accessories, a little close-up of her gun, and her sword, and she's really worth it. She's really worth it. I don't regret. She was kind of a spontaneous buy, I have to say. When I pre-ordered her, maybe I kind of regretted it in the end, but I don't anymore. I mean, I'm really happy with this figure, and I'll probably end up getting more Figmas in the future, but I'm a little picky of the Figmas I buy. So there you have it. Thank you for watching this review. And I will have a horde of reviews coming in the future. I have a lot of figures coming in the mail, so be sure to check it out and stay tuned to my channel if you are interested in discovering what it is that I've bought and what I will be reviewing for you. Thank you very much.